Good morning. It is Wednesday, February 17th. It is Ash Wednesday. And each and every Ash Wednesday that I have served as a pastor, um, I've been profoundly moved on Ash Wednesday by, of course, receiving a reminder of my own death onto my forehead. That's always been true, but I've also been profoundly moved by imposing that reminder on others. I've always thought it's interesting. We call it the imposition of ashes. It does feel like an imposition to have these ashes put on your forehead of all places. Like it's so visible. It's like right there for everybody to see, including yourself when you look in the mirror. And to put that ashen cross on a baby or on an elder who it's quite likely may die this year, on my own family members. It's always been a service packed with emotion and deep meaning. It begins a season, of course, that we call Lent. And I think Lent is a more powerful season to me than spring, summer, winter, or fall. These seasons just kind of happen. They have nothing to do with me. They just kind of happen to me. Lent feels more mutual to me. I have something to do with making Lent happen. I'm half of the equation. As much as God is calling on me and reminding me of how loved I am, I, in Lent, am responding with oh yeah. This is a season that for me has always been a clear statement of you, Jason, are claimed by me, God, at your baptism, before you could choose it, before you knew it. I've known you, I've claimed you for a certain purpose, and not just a certain purpose, but certain purposes. And today on Ash Wednesday, we're not only reminded that we're claimed, but that we'll die. And thinking about how I'm claimed in my circumstance as an infant, and that I will for certain die, seeing that claims relationship to my death is something I see more clearly on Ash Wednesday perhaps than any other day. And it also makes me always wonder, okay, so I'm remembering this claim. I know the truth of my own death. So what do I do in the meantime? What do we do in the meantime? Because every other Ash Wednesday I've ever lived through has included a worship service done with hundreds of other people. That this is a reminder of a claim and a vision of our own deaths and a question of the meantime. Those questions are asked together. It's a time of reassessment. As we wonder about the meantime, what has value? What does not have value? What do I need to wean myself from? That's always been a question I've had on Ash Wednesday. So that I can devote more of this fleeting life to what is true, to what is love, to what is merciful. Merciful to myself and merciful to others. Might I need to wean myself from social media or television or the news or junk food? All of those pieces in my past I have focused on and said, well, what would happen if that was more absent or completely absent from my life? Is there something in my life that if it became absent, would make me more faithful? That could make me a better neighbor to my wife, to my kids, to my parents, to my community. It's not that I never ask these questions at other times of the year. Like we do, I think all of us, New Year's is another time that comes straight to mind because it was just 6 weeks ago. But New Year's is a time when I reevaluate and reassess. The difference about today, about this season of Lent, is that I ask all these reassessment and priority questions with all of you, with brothers and sisters in Christ, who are also reassessing in the name of Christ. Not just reassessing like, I should make better financial goals. And it's not that those don't matter or that those can't be connected to our life of faith, but these are questions of what exactly keeps us connected to God and what's keeping us from being connected to God. And there's a communal walk that gets walked together on Ash Wednesday and in the Wednesdays to come, where at First Lutheran we worship every Wednesday evening with Holden Evening Prayer. There's a communalness about it, about Lent, that is just different from any other time of year. And so I encourage all of you, whether you're a part of First Lutheran in Onalaska or your own congregation wherever, I encourage you to find a group of people to walk with throughout this season of Lent as we remember together that we are dust, and to dust we shall return. And that until then, in the meantime, we seek to keep faith alive.